I'll do this.
There you go. That should help.
No.
Oh, I don't even see a camera. I don't even see your camera at all now.
All right. Well, I'll just leave it off.
All right.
Okay. Hey, everybody joining us live. We are gonna record here.
Whee! Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. Hey everybody, welcome to Geeksters episode 168. This is a show where we talk about all things geeky. If it's got a computer in it, you hook it up to the Ethernet, it gets wireless signal, it's Bluetooth, whatever it is, we're going to talk about it. iPhones to Android phones, tablets, Wii Fits, little Bluetooth dongle thingies. We're going to mention it. I'm Martin O'Bannon. I'm one of the co-hosts here of this fabulous show. Before I introduce my other host, though, I want to go ahead and give a quick shout-out to one of our sponsors. It's the Tech Nibble Business Repair Toolkit. If you go to podnuts.com, all the way down at the bottom, very, very in the bottom, you're going to click on the link, and it says New Computer Business with a question mark. It's going to take you over to technibble.com, and it's going to show you about their Computer Business Kit version 3. What is this magical kit, you say? What does it entail? Why do I need this? It's a collection of pre-made, easy to digest, legal forms, templates, checklists, and more, lawyer-reviewed, appropriate for the U.S., UK, and Canada, and Australia. So all of our friends all over the place. If you're listening to the show, if you can hear my voice, chances are you qualify for this. Check it out. How much would you pay for this, Tim? That's what I thought. Tim's speechless. He has no idea. Completely caught him off guard.
An innumerable number of dollars, yen, whatever the currency is of the lawyer-reviewed areas.
That's right. So what he's made, and I'm gonna take that from his tech speak all the way down, $99. And it's just $99 for all of that. So check it out. Go to podnuts.com. Go all the way down the bottom. Click on the new computer business question mark little banner. Check out the computer business kit from Technibble. Hey, we want to thank them again for being a sponsor of Podnuts. There's no catch. No catch.
You know what? They get you on the shipping and handling.
I don't know. I don't think so. But I mean, if you go there, I'm scrolling
through. Shipping and handling with Technibble.
I don't think it's guys. It's digital forms. There's no shipping and handling. Not yet.
Technibble's awesome. Even if they have a little shipping, I don't think so.
I got a chance. Awesome. I got a chance to meet. Is it Bryce?
Yep,
Whitney.
Bryce. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I met him at CompTIA at the ChannelCon in Chicago. Just a great guy. It was really nice to hang out with him and talk with him. So,
Carrie Holzman did an interview with him. Real nice interview.
That's true. I have that. I haven't had a chance to watch it. So if you go to Carrie Holzman's Facebook page or his YouTube page.
Correct.
Well, geez, now I feel like a heel for turning that into like a Ron Popeil thing.
Oh, nah, it's all good. People joining me live. If you can't see me, that's because my camera's not working for some reason. So I'm the big talking. I'm the big talking O today, the Mike Wazowski looking logo. But all right, enough about me. I'm going to kick it over to our co-hosts and Tim and Mitch. So, hey, Tim, how's it going? Oh, caught him drinking. Sorry. Hey, Mitch, how's it going?
No, it's okay. I'm having some coffee here, so I'm doing okay. I tell you what, I'm glad it's Friday. It's been a long week. It's been a long couple of days. Well, you know it's been a rough week if we're doing this on a Friday, right? Because it's like, gotta push it back. It's trying to get everybody's schedule together, and I'm glad it's Friday, but I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad you guys are here, and the listeners, just deal with it. Here we are.
That's right. That's right. It is Friday, and I'm tired.
Same here. I'm exhausted. But then again, I'm a couple years older than you guys. It's normal for me to be exhausted, but I'm exhausted every day. But I'm off Monday, so I do get a little 3-day reprieve here.
It's Labor Day weekend, isn't it?
It is.
You know what? Right. I'm going to spend the whole weekend putting my whites away.
Oh. Sorry. I'm like, what?
You don't wear white after Labor Day.
Well, I don't wear white at all. That's
people. You know what? My whites aren't white for very long, so.
Well, the problem with me is that I'm a big guy, so I wear white, and people automatically grab a projector and start putting a movie on me.
Oh man, that would rule.
They want to watch a movie off me, so yeah, I don't. That's not true. I just don't wear white.
What Labor Day? What do you guys do for Labor Day? Don't worry, we'll introduce you, Mitch, toward the end. It's cool. But what's
Yeah.
you guys do for Labor Day? Labor Day isn't like it's like a nice day off. It's like getting back to school, but the kids kind of ease into it. Labor Day, it doesn't have like for me, it doesn't have a real feel to it. It doesn't have like a tradition thing to it. It's just kind of you guys the same way, or do you have like a Labor Day tradition?
I've been working for 41 years for the same company, and I've always got that day off. So to me, it's a 3-day weekend. So I do like it. I do look forward to it.
You don't have like a Labor Day tree you put up, or a Labor Day parade you visit, or any kind of family, something you do like every Labor Day. It doesn't have like a tradition.
Not necessarily.
No.
They have a parade. I think they have a parade in town, which I've never been. They have a Halloween parade. They have a Memorial Day parade. I think they have one for Labor Day. I'm not sure. And I have never been. I've been here almost 22 years. I've never been there yet.
That's because you're an old Cropsey guy.
Yeah, I know.
22 years ago.
But I did.
Martin, does Labor Day have like a feel to you? Does it have like a tradition or anything?
I work on Labor Day usually because I'm supporting schools, and so I need to go in and do some stuff. But it's just another day off, and but there's nothing. Yeah, I know what you mean. There's no parades. There's no like you're not putting up a tree, like you said. Yeah. I did look it up though, just to see.
Okay.
So in case you're wondering what Labor Day is all about, it's an honor. I'm actually at holidayinsights.com.
Very good. I don't want Wikipedia's on here.
No, it's so dedicated to the honor of the worker. It's also appropriately called Workman's Holiday. It's tradition. It says the day is often celebrated with a day off and union-sponsored parades. Most people celebrate this weekend with one last picnic. It's also a date that many people close up the pool and put away the boats. So there you have it.
Yeah, and that's. I think it's a very American holiday. I know that it's other countries do have a Labor Day type holiday. But I don't know if it's the same day, or if this is something that's jiving with our listeners out of the country, or this is just like, what are these crazy Americans taking a day off to celebrate working?
Yeah. No, I don't have a pool. I don't have a boat. My son is camping this weekend, so maybe that's what it is. Like the last camping, like get like kind of final. I think that's what I've seen Labor Day is it's 3 days before school, at least here in Oregon, and so I've seen it a lot of kind of get that last camping trip in.
Okay, all right, and see, like where I've always lived, even as a kid, and still, school starts right before Labor Day. It's like so. I always thought it was kind of nice. You kind of ease into it. So the first week was 3 days, the second week was 4 days, and then that third week you finally had that full 5 days. But and of course I misspoke. It's not a holiday about work. It's actually about the labor unions, the unions that came up that at a point in American history were vital in really getting a lot of the rights out of the what do they call them?
Unions?
Well, no. What did they call? What did they call it? It had a horrible name for like the Carnegies and this and that. Gosh, it was
1%.
Well, that's what they call them now. But back when they were the 0.1%. Anyway, but just shifting power to the workers and getting a lot of rights that they were needed. So it's all about the labor unions. So anyway, you should probably introduce Mitch. I'm starting to feel bad about that.
Who? All right. No. Ladies and gentlemen, Mitch Heyman.
This chopped liver.
Mitch Heyman.
Mitch Heyman.
I didn't do a lot of stuff this week. I did buy last week at Micro Center. I did buy a little teeny keyboard, but not USB keyboard, wired, not wires. And I finally got a USB 3.0 hub. And it's working well. I have it for my laptop upstairs.
You didn't get that little wireless keyboard that I use?
I have to get it online. I don't like ordering stuff online. It takes too long.
Well, we went to watch a movie. It takes too long.
When we talked about it, you'd have it by now.
I know.
I still may
order at the start of the show.
You're right. I still may order it. And I was
where you should.
Go ahead.
You know where you should go to order things that only take a couple days if you have Amazon Prime, right?
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Podnest.com/Amazon. That's where
Right.
you can get everything, and I'm pretty sure you can get a kitchen sink there.
I know.
I think I've spent in the last couple weeks, I've probably spent $700 to $800 at Amazon. Just forking out the big money. I don't even know what to do. I'm sleeping in bags of money.
Sleeping in bags of money.
My kid took money with him to the campground today because I got
for kindling.
for kindling. I'm like Scrooge McDuck over here.
That's because you work holidays.
Right, that's because I were. No.
That's because you make all that extra money. You don't have time to spend.
So, but we were gonna watch a movie, so I had my Raspberry Pi, and then I came upstairs, grabbed the little So on the Raspberry Pi, you can link it to your phone, and then you can do the remote control on your phone. But it wasn't working, so I went ahead and came upstairs, grabbed it, and put it down in the Raspberry Pi. Just worked. Everything worked just fine. So, get that keyboard image.
Yeah, I was going to ask, is it still working fine for you?
Oh, it's working great.
No problem with the mouse?
No problem. Nope. I keep thinking I should order another one because then I'll have one downstairs and one upstairs. And I keep forgetting to on podnest.com/Amazon.
Okay. I'm going to do it. I'm going to order it. I promise.
Podnest.com/Amazon. That's where you should order it from.
I definitely will. I will, seriously.
No, I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing about my podnest.com/Amazon drops.
That's, you know what? Thank goodness for Podnest. I don't know if that Amazon thing would have made it.
That's right. Nah. Well, that's cool, man. Have you done anything else this weekend or this week? Because we spoke we were early last week, like early in the day. And so
now I'm playing with Windows 10 a lot, and I think I told you, Tim, I was going to put my exact same kind of mic that you have on my Windows 10 box, and how do I sound? I'm on it right now.
Sound fine.
Yeah, it's my Dell, and I'm doing the streaming from here, and it's working fine. I think.
That's my concern because it may just be a hardware issue. So I might roll this thing back to 7.
Yeah, I thought you said you were going to roll it back.
I was going to. That this week kind of collapsed upon me, so that didn't happen yet. So I'm still running this little rigged up thing we had last week. But I thought, man, it may just be it may just be a hardware issue. Because I mean, this is a brand new box. Well, I mean, to me, to what we're doing here. So it may not be any issue with the OS. I may install anything on there. You know what? I should run a Linux live disk. That's what I should do. Right?
I mean, I like Windows 10. I'm not going back. I mean, I have it on 2 machines. I'm not putting on any other ones for now, but I was using this real hard over the last weekend, and I just like it. It's super fast. This thing boots up really fast, and it's got a spinning drive, not a SSD. It's an Intel i5, whatever the model, whatever it's dimension, I don't know, 3000, and it works really well.
Cool. Yeah, I haven't had much time to play with it, so.
I came across a major issue with it.
Your mic.
Well, no. Well, we haven't decided yet. I am kind of leaning maybe that's a hardware issue, but when you upgraded, what is the theme? Is it like the blue and the black and the dark, like a dark? Is it a dark theme?
By default, it's going to be that black on the taskbar. It's going to be black. And I forgot what the background is because I changed it right away.
It's like the Windows symbol, but square with light coming through it.
Yeah. But
it's ridiculous. It's like the light coming through.
Yeah. You got to change it.
It's Windows and the graphic design department saying this is where you are in our OS, but all the light, the source of light is actually on the other side of the window. Almost like subconsciously encouraging you to leave the OS.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I did all the security.
Go towards the light. Go towards the light.
It's like if there's any light whatsoever, it's not actually within the OS. It's on the other side of our
Behind the
logo.
monitor.
So if you actually want to find yourself within any kind of enlightenment whatsoever, you actually have to leave. You have to go to the other side of Windows. You have to leave.
It, it's like
Great
the
job,
SWAT team
guys.
outside.
Great job.
It's the SWAT team outside shining the lights as a torture device uh,
Um,
to get you to come out of your home.
the but I'm sorry. I almost was that. I was in the moment I thought. A
Oh,
SWAT
sorry.
team. It's a SWAT team.
Well,
It's a SWAT.
because you know how like people will barricade so they light up the house and they have it all light and so
Oh
you can't
yeah,
really see.
yeah. I mean, they
Yeah,
just
it's kind of like that.
blast it, and then it's like
Yeah.
48 hours straight of the same song over and
Right.
over again,
Right. Some Taylor Swift song.
just to drive you out. Um, wow. Okay. So I didn't think about that. See, I saw it more as a carrot kind of thing where you actually pursued the light. You're
Oh.
saying that it's probably like a Linux thing that's actually like the SWAT team. Not the Linux guys, they're getting, I don't know, they're getting a little bit, I don't know, there's too much Linux around. They're getting a little bit big heads, Linux this, Linux that. Now they're the big SWAT team. They're going to come in and just blow. I don't know. I think I'm just going to stay right here where I'm at. The issue that this lady came to, and I didn't really pick up on it, I mean, in my installation of this, and I don't know why, because I see it, but in Windows Home, she had an HP laptop, Windows 8, and she loved Windows 8. So me and this lady, we didn't see eye to eye like from the moment we met. But I let her. I believe everybody's entitled to their wrong opinion, so I let it go. But after it upgraded to Windows 10, she's like, yeah, it's okay, or whatever. But she said, the, I probably even should say it because it didn't bother me until it was pointed out to me. But the when you open a window, like the frame, I don't know what you call it. It's a super bright white. Do you see
Really?
that, Mitch?
No.
Okay.
When you're opening up, what are you opening?
Well, any window that's open.
You know what? I do notice it. A lot of things seem super bright, but I'm just akin it to this monitor. This HP monitor is not a real good one. I don't like it a lot, and I'm kind of blaming some of the. Yeah, I just don't like this monitor. So I need to hook it up with my other good monitors to make sure it is the monitor, not something to do with.
But there, I mean, I'm sharing my
I see
screen.
it.
You
Yeah.
see where it's bright white? It's bright
Yeah.
white, right? See,
Yeah.
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 I mean, I'm calling it the frame. I'm not sure if that's the right word. But anyway, she said, and I'll tell you what, this screen on the side, it was really nice and it was really bright. And I'll tell you what, that white, it was blinding. I mean, it was actually you couldn't really even use the computer for very long. I said, wow. So I got in the settings. I searched and searched. And I could find no way to. I mean, you could change the themes. You could make some adjustments to very very limited adjustments to the colors. But there was no way to change that white. And so I tell you what, I finally, and see, that's the one thing about a new OS like this, because it's been out long enough that a lot of people are complaining about, you know, you will get a lot of hits about people complaining about an issue, but it's not to the point yet where everybody is wording it quite the same way. You know what I mean? And so you need to search terms. Uh, uh, you actually have to search for a number of things before you get enough hits where it's like, okay, well, I see where enough. It really took me a while to kind of like finally hit upon, well, aha. And actually, I finally found an answer where in the home version, there is no way to change that white yet.
Oh, really?
Now, yeah. Now, if you have the Pro or I don't know Enterprise or what are the other versions? I don't even remember.
Yeah.
If,
Yeah.
if you don't have the home, if you have the two of the better versions, there is some method to change that. However, at this point, I think it's a registry hack, and those registry key settings, they don't even exist in the home version yet. So that's pretty bogus. Windows 10's new, and I'm sure at some point, that's it takes a while for users and Microsoft to kind of knock the rough edges off of
You
it.
can buy some. You can get some themes, and I don't know if it's going to change.
There's a number of themes, and I looked, and I didn't see where any of them made that change.
Looking at it now.
Like I said, those registry settings, they don't even exist in the home version. So that was one issue that I did stumble across, thanks to her. And I tell you what, I told her, I said, I'm sorry, there's literally nothing that can be done about this right now. I just suggested that she just dial back the display, the brightness, as much as possible, and just I don't know, don't stare at it any more than you have to. There's nothing I can do. So anyway.
So it looks like in Windows 10 you can change the title bar, the color of the title bar, but that's just the bar running across the top where you have the name of the title and then the minimize, maximize, and close. But that's not what you're looking at. You want to change the whole thing.
There's got to be some third-party things you can download. I bet you if you downloaded what's the thing we use for Windows 8 or StarDock or one of the
Brick? No. So, because if you choose, Mitch, if that screen right there under personalize, so Mitch is under personalization and then background, you can choose the color, and if you change the color, it'll change the title bar.
Okay.
Oh no, that's the background.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there, but it looks like you can change
the settings that take you into the new settings. It's like roll the dice. Am I going to get the old view or the new view? I don't know.
There's an accent. Oh, it's off. This is off. Let me see. Oop.
No, it was on.
Oh, I'll tell you what. There actually was one other option. I said if you absolutely cannot stand it anymore, she could. This is I almost apologize. I said this is a horrible solution, but in the accessibility menus, you can change it to the like the real stark contrast, like black and something, and that actually would make it go away.
Here's what I'm on now. It is hard to read. It's so white. I can hardly read. What it's telling me underneath here.
So you're in settings, ease of access, and highlight.
High contrast.
High contrast.
Yeah. I don't like that. Oh shoot.
It's funny.
See, that doesn't get me back to where I was.
It's one of the new menus. It's like, what is this? Who knows? I have no idea. Can you give me something that looks relatively familiar?
Yeah.
They're a bunch of clowns. I'm sorry, Martin.
No, it's fine. No, I'm just watching.
Clowns, not scary clowns, but like ineptitude, I mean.
Right, so this may be one of those episodes that if you're listening in your car, you may want to download the video.
Not really. I mean,
except you won't see Martin.
It's just.
Well, nobody wants to see me. But you can see what Mitch is clicking on his computer.
I mean, it's just the personalization settings. You try. You know what? I mean,
that's the same.
If anybody, and you know what? This was a week ago, so maybe there is a third party something that makes that change. But yeah, look how bright that is. It's like
it is. I've noticed that. And I'm just like I said. I'm trying to blame the monitor, but it's probably not the monitor.
I usually blame it on the rain.
Yeah.
But
I was originally called to her house to fix a
plumbing issue. No, just kidding.
Oh man, the way my week's been, I've been all right with that. It was a PlayStation. That was one of those nice ones where I kind of knocked it out, and while it's there, it's like, well, you could do this, you could do that. Just make a list, let's get it on.
Sweet. Well, so I've been driving. So I have to remember my Impala was in a car accident, and
yes.
I ended up buying a used vehicle this last Saturday night. I picked up a Scion XB. That's one of the square-looking box
Toyota.
things. Yeah. So it's definitely not as old as the Honda or the Toyota that I was driving, with 232,000 miles on it. This only has 107, but I got a really good deal on it. One owner, the guy kept it really good condition, little 5-speed. So I've since, and it came with stock radio. So I've since took it to my mechanic. He did a big thorough on it. Everything looks really good. I did that before the time ran out where I could take it back, because within so many days and so many miles you can take it back.
Nice.
Yeah, all looks really good. Went and got a stereo that has Bluetooth, so I can talk while I'm driving.
Awesome.
And yeah, I'm set and ready to go. I just look like a big guy in a little car now. So
Yes, you do.
It'll probably move for you, get a little speed.
Oh
to it.
yeah, and it's not crazy fast, but it like the seats fold down in the back, so you can get the whole back can all be space. So I'm excited for it. It's
Congratulations.
yeah, it's a little 5-speed, so my son gets to learn on how to drive a standard, and it's fun driving a standard.
Mm-hmm.
So
Good.
yeah, so I did that this weekend. Just finished up. So the other thing I did over during the week, it was one of the schools that I'm working at. I deployed 8 open mesh devices. That's the wireless access points that has dual SSIDs and sometimes even and sometimes more with the new firmware upgrade. So I did that over the weekend. So this weekend I'll be upgrading the firmware remotely on them. That was one of those jobs where you get there with a bunch of wireless devices, and I spent time drilling out holes so I could put cables through them and get everything done, and then needing more cables and having to leave. Drove down to Fry's, picked up some more cables, came back. It's one of those jobs where you never really quite had all the tools you thought you needed.
Yeah.
But they're up and running. Was waiting. I was there just a tad bit early, thinking I'd get the access points, deployed in the different classrooms, and then the Comcast guy will come in behind me. We'll get the network set up. But so we had a new network, new switches, new routers. We built the whole network up, and then the copier guy showed up, and he needed some SMTP information, which I didn't have, and he needed to get on the internet, of which wasn't ready yet, and so it was a whole lot of people waiting to get stuff done. But at the end of the day, it was a good proposal, and I'll make some good money on it. But it was a long day. It was one of those days I came home and I was just wiped, But so I deployed
Nice.
new
Nice.
Chromebooks or new there. Just today we received 30 Chromebooks. Over the last week, we received 30 new Chromebooks at another school. So those are all going to be for the students are paying for those, and they're going to be doing 1-to-1. So I did about half of them earlier, enrolled them into the school's Google account, and now they can be all managed by the school. And then when they're at the end of the year, the students can take them. They will be theirs. And we'll just unenroll them from ours, and But what's nice about having them enrolled in our Google account is that we can then control what apps they can install or can't install. We can control all their mail settings, everything like that. So that's pretty cool. We need to order some specific Chrome printers because right now you can get a Chrome. You can print to your normal printers, your non-Chrome book printers or Google printers, if you will, by running an app on a server. And then everything authenticates to that app, but the problem is that it's an app and it won't run as a service. So sometimes the app crashes and then nobody can print through the Google for the
Chromebook. Restart it.
Yeah, so we're actually going to get some printers specifically for just the Chromebooks, and then instead of the Chromebooks having to talk to an app on a server and then the server then processing that and then printing out, it's the print server, but instead of doing that, then the Chromebooks can print directly to the printer, and I think that's going to save some time and some heartache. New build in that same school went down. So brand new science lab downstairs, had the contractor come in. We pulled a whole bunch of Cat 5. It was all spooled up, ready to go, ready to run. I knew they were going to be putting in a false ceiling, and I kind of assumed what they were going to be doing was they put wooden beams up in the top, and then I assumed they were going to hang the false ceilings from those wooden beams, and that was that. What I didn't realize is that when I got there Monday or Tuesday, to talk to them, they said, "Where's that Cat5 cable?" And I said, "Oh, it's right here. The cable comes down, it spools, just it goes across, and it's not laid yet, so it just is this big spool of cable, just a big service loop sitting up on the rafters." And they said, "The rafters?" And I pulled back one of the tiles. I grabbed the ladder, pulled back one of the tiles. The sheetrock people had sheetrocked everything in. So you remove the drop-down ceilings, and you have about a foot of space. Then it goes to sheetrock. So we quickly grabbed a sheetrock saw, and we're sawing some little holes and trying to find out where that Cat5 cable is. Yeah, the wireless access point hasn't been deployed down in the science lab yet because we can't find the Cat5 cable. That's in the sheetrock somewhere.
Well, you get. There's a spool. I'm picturing a spool. That's one end. Where's the other end?
It goes through a conduit on the other side of the school and up, and then is a punch down into the patch panel.
Is there like a toner or something you could put on the other end of that and search it out? There's
fluke devices.
Well, I don't know I can't physically find the cable. They sheetrocked it in to the wall.
That's what I'm saying. Could you put something on where you have a known end? I mean, could you put something on one end, and then I'm not familiar with those tools, but
no,
is there any kind of a device? I mean, I know that the one end is just.
You're just trying to find a cable.
Right. It's not like I don't know where the flukes and toners and stuff. You usually put one end on one side and then you tone it out on the other.
Right.
No, the cable has been
like a stud finder.
Right. The cable has been sheetrocked into the ceiling somewhere. So there's 100 feet of cable in the ceiling somewhere.
I'll tell you what. Just the end you do have, just plug that right at 220.
and just look for the sparks.
That's the smoke, the melting water. I guarantee you will find. You may not want it when you find it.
I mean,
that's an interesting. I mean, of course, you have a basic idea of where it's supposed to be.
Right. But the fire system has been laid. The electrical system's been laid. The lights are all been laid. School's now going to start. So
all those little bits of wood. I mean, those were basically just. I'm trying to think what you call those, but that was just something for them to mount the drywall to.
Right. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So that's a little frustrating.
I mean, you can't. You know what? Those guys, they there ain't nothing. They're good for just plowing right over stuff.
It looks good.
But the thing is that when you're drywall and you're pretty focused, and you don't stop to ask any questions. I'm trying to think. What could you? Well,
they
like you say, you just have to. Okay, well, here's my question. So if you poke a hole, an inspection hole, how big of an area are you actually able to search with that? I mean, is it?
You have to be
really small,
big enough to hold a sticker head and a flashlight in.
Like I said, I mean, you have a basic idea of where it's supposed to be. So how many?
There's about I think they're 3 by 3 squares. So I have to just find. We already looked in 2 of them, and that's not those. So we have to move down the other way, and yeah. But see, here's the other thing: is that
it drops down below the drywall, or?
Right. Once we find it, what we'll do is we'll bring it down below the drywall and then send it over to take it over to where we need to take it to.
I got a drop ceiling if I'll help you if we don't. And I can find mine in there. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, yeah, but above your drop ceiling probably goes. Yeah. So anyway.
So say it again because you said there's drywall, but then there's a drop ceiling below the drywall.
Right. Yeah. So what they did is they put like little rafters in. They then sheetrocked to the rafters. Then there's about a foot of space, and then you have your false ceiling.
Why the sheetrock? There's a false ceiling. I don't understand that.
I don't know.
Oh, okay, all right. That's.
I wish I knew.
Is it all taped? Is it all taped and mudded, or is it just right?
Just drywall screws?
It might be perhaps that's a fire retardant measure.
Oh yeah.
Think that's possible?
Maybe.
Yeah, could be.
I mean, it's above a science lab, so maybe there's some regulations.
Ding, ding, ding! I think I got the square. I don't know. That's gonna be my guess, but interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's your problem. Next.
Yeah,
That's
that's what I'm working on
But yeah,
getting
that
that
should
done.
be like that should be a science project for the class.
Well, yeah,
On the wire.
Find the Wire.
On the
It's a
wire.
new game, kids.
It is.
Find the Wire. Um, man, what was it? There was something else. Yeah, that was my thing. I just have been deploying stuff. People installing new printers without letting me know, and then
Yeah,
wondering, then it's settings for, in a corporate environment, and then the printer's been sitting for a week, and they call me up and they say, hey, we changed out printers, and we had, such and such person try to fix it, and it didn't work.
You're like, what
Could
printer is
you?
that? Never heard of it.
Well, like a network printer. Like we
No,
took
but I mean but your question to them is, what printer is this? I've never heard of it.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And so then, so I drive. I mean, it was fine. It didn't take that long, but it was a Canon printer on the network. Everything was printing via IP, and then the Canon printer broke, and so they grabbed a brother printer and they plugged it in, and they said, "Well, we can't print now." They said, "Well, we just kind of assumed it would work." I'm like, well, it doesn't.
So when you come in, you just put on a big show.
Right. And so,
It's,
yeah.
don't look over here. I'm doing things.
Right, and then I heard, well, this gentleman, because it was this was for,
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
yeah, then they had a
Whatever,
resident
okay.
come in and say, well, he knows what he's doing, and so he tried to fix it. Well, then he put the wrong IP address in there anyways. I mean, I guess I could have possibly done this remotely until I found out that the guy put the wrong IP address in, so I wouldn't have been able to connect to the printer remotely to change it, and then connect to the computers to install it.
No.
So had to drive up there to fix that.
I always liked those when I would find mystery printers installed, and they would install all the crazy software. Yeah, they would share a lot of times share this device, over the network. A lot of times by default that's checked. Oh yeah, sure. Just click it through. It's like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? You find our machines with the software installed. It goes around searching for it, and so that it doesn't have a static IP. The other computers, it's like, oh my gosh, people, what are you doing? Why don't you just call them? Oh well, we know you're busy. It's like, well, no, I answer the phone and I do come out.
Right.
But it's amazing. Well, I know that they'll need a printer and they'll just go to Staples and just buy something that or Walmart. It's a consumer grade device and they make it as easy to install as possible. But that's not what you want to do in your business. Get us in there, just set it up properly, because I would tell people, look, I'm going to come in, I will set it up, and then you'll never have a problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
It'll never be any like, oh, well, it's just disappeared from the network. It's just gone. It can't find. No, it's like, I'll just come in, I set it up once, and then it'll just work, and you'll never have a problem with it. So those mystery printers, they'd be funny if they'd make us angry.
Yeah.
So you got a mystery printer.
Yeah. So it's all been fixed. But now I'm realizing they pulled it from another location, so now my documentation is all wrong, and now not just one site, but two sites.
So they need to buy a new one. They checked it off another.
Yeah.
That's great.
I was just thinking about that, and I'm like, oh, so now I need to call the owner of the, yeah.
That's so fantastic.
Because then they say, well, do you have documentation of the site? And I'm like, sure, here you go. And they go, well, this is all wrong. Well, what did you change?
Oh my gosh. It's great. You know what? You should take your documentation. You should just put it in like a Scrabble cup and shake it, just throw it out. There you go.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah. That's been my week. It's been just kind of just steady. It's just been a real steady.
A lot
Nothing.
of good stuff there, man.
Yeah, nothing huge, mind blowing. A couple of proposals. So a new company that I got in touch with wants me to write them a proposal. They've got a 2008 small business server, so they want to move off of that to at least one server, maybe even I'm going to try to get them into two servers. And they're using a company here locally called Geeks and Knockin'.
Oh my
And
God.
they wanted me to look and
If the geeks are knocking, don't
yeah.
bother.
So they
What a dumb name. Oh, oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I think that's an awful name.
Look,
Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt. Maybe they
no
do
no
good.
no.
Do they do good work? I mean, is that where the story was going, or?
while you guys were talking, I just added that printer.
Oh.
In a little bit of time.
Now,
It's ready.
Is that the printer?
It's ready now.
It's ready.
It says it's ready. I'll have to print something, see if it works.
Okay, very nice. Geeks. Okay. All right.
So yeah, so they want me to write them up a proposal and send it their way to kind of take over as their maintenance, as their IT guy. So that'll be that. I got a call today the other day from a guy who he said he was. I've worked with this gentleman before at another company. He said he was blacklisted. After talking with him, what he was talking about was his email was blacklisted, and his email hosting is not willing to work with him.
Okay.
So he wants to move email and then probably move his domain. So we're talking about doing that as well. So it's just I've been busy.
Very nice. Hey, you know what? There was a very, very nice thing that happened this week, and for as much as we've been beaten, and actually as much as it side rail, it didn't really derail the show, but we had some real issues with Chrome, and we've been beating up on Chrome a little bit, and folks at Google have addressed those memory issues. Did you see this latest update?
I did.
45. I don't know where I'm at here. But here we go. I got version 45 point something, which I believe is the update that addresses the memory issues. So
Yeah,
I haven't spent time testing it, but that's something that if it delivers as advertised, it was something that needed to be done very badly, and I'm hoping that it is successful. So.
Yeah, I was looking. Yeah, if you so this was released on Thursday, and this is from chrome.blogspot.com. I'll have the link in the show notes and put in the chat here. It says that speed is one of the founding principles of Chrome. As the web evolves and sites take advantage of increasing capabilities, Chrome's performance, how fast the page load, how smooth the scrolling is, and how much memory is controlled, and how long your battery lasts becomes even more important. So they did go through here and talk about how they're comparing. There's a video that compares Gmail memory in 43 versus 45, and it sounds like they were able to speed it up by about 10%. So I'm hoping to see some improvement in that as well.
Well, if it's functional,
Right.
Crying out loud, it's what's wrong with their browser that it wouldn't run their software and their website to do this Hangout? It's like your browser is so broken it won't run your own Hangout. And I thought it was kind of uncharacteristic of them to have something that's that broken for that long. But I suppose that what they were doing was just excuse me, was just kind of that big, and you take a big swing at something. It takes a little bit of time to turn it around. So bring it back. So,
well, that's interesting that you mentioned that, because we did get an email regarding that same issue from Craig in the UK. He actually signs it Craig from the UK, and here it says, "Hey guys."
That's awesome. I totally dig folks from other country. The internet makes everything so small. And so I know I sound like a total rube. And I'm
Yeah,
okay
but
with
you're
that.
right. You're exactly right.
Uh, I'm okay with sounding simple-minded. But uh, to me, I'm just sitting here in my basement talking to you in your basement, and Martin over here in his he's got like a little castle room he sits in there.
Yeah, I'm on one
And,
side of the country. Martin's. It
but,
is amazing.
but I mean, it's just me right in front of my computer at my desk, and then I mean, oh, we have listeners in the UK, and we had a letter last week from South Africa, as I recall,
Yeah.
and you must have got maybe you got her name maybe you got the name right because we didn't get any hate mail or anything. Huh?
Right. No hate mail.
But it's like it's so easy to forget that that how small the world is, and then I think, geez, I just get such a kick out of uh, getting listeners, getting feedback from listeners that are out of the country. So um, anyway, that I just want to take a moment. I thought about that a few times this week, and I just wanted to say that. So I just think once again, but if I sound simple-minded, I'm okay with that. I my my mind is so small. It I don't even let it wander. It should never be allowed to wander.
Come on, man.
It's that small. So.
No, but
But anyway, go ahead, buddy.
it makes sense what you're saying.
No, yeah, it really does. It does. Hi guys, I'm writing to you to see if you've had the same problem as me. I mainly use Firefox as my browser, but also have Chrome installed and Opera. I've noticed that even when I never use Chrome, there seems to be loads of tasks open in the task manager, sometimes 20 plus. I know that they take up a small amount of memory, but they do seem to add up. I have 8 gigs of RAM. I just thought, why is it running in the background that many times when I haven't used it? Listen to the show from the start, and I think it's a great, and you never fail to make me laugh every episode. You're great for us IT techs. Keep up the good work, Craig from the UK.
Wow,
Yeah,
awesome.
I did reply back to him. I don't know if you saw that.
No, you didn't reply all.
I always forget to hit reply all.
That's what.
No worries. So what did you tell him?
I mean, just that's the way Chrome works. So if something crashes in one thing, it's not going to crash in everything. Although I had a crash over the weekend and everything. Even extensions work. Like if you have extensions, you're going to have that many more process showing too, I believe.
Right.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'll interrupt you.
What I was going to say is so when Chrome, like you said, when Chrome's open, yeah, you have multiple tabs for each page you're at, and then if you look in your task manager, you're going to see that. But Chrome has a always on in their settings in Windows, and so that may Craig, you may want to turn that off because Chrome kind of preloads itself. And here's a problem. So here's a problem that I have. And I'm going to go on a little rant here. If the application is big enough that it has to have a preload application on it, then it's too big. And you know where you see that? iTunes, QuickBooks. QuickBooks has things like that, and there's a couple other apps like that where they're big applications. iTunes is flippin' huge, and so it has this iTunes helper.exe that loads in the background. It sits there, so when you can load, it's kind of like, it's a jumpstart for iTunes. If Chrome is big enough where it needs a jumpstart, then there's probably a problem with that.
Maybe, because I mean, I don't. iTunes is doing iTunes it's doing a lot of things. It's not just it's a well, I don't even want to go through the list of things it has.
Well, sure, but
the thing about Chrome, and just the point I was going to make, I see Google Chrome in my task manager, and I expand it, and right now there's just a couple of them. But what they did was that they changed Chrome so that every time you open a tab, it actually opens the tab itself becomes a new instance of Chrome. And so, if I think you mentioned too was that extensions become their own process, and and it's not what little bit I understand about all this. It seems like a really good idea because if one part of it fails or breaks or crashes or whatever, it doesn't take down the whole stinking thing, and it can just resolve that. And it's because the thing is that it's not just a browser anymore. There's so many other things going, and I'm thinking too that if you have like the little desktop deal that had yeah, here it is, Pro Maps launcher.
Like the
So
like
Google
your
Drive
yeah, I'm
and
looking
Google
at
Drive and
that.
stuff.
Well,
yeah,
yes, that's got a whole bunch of stuff,
notifications.
including that the Visor app, right? So that's actually where I noticed a lot of Chrome instances. It was running the Visor app. I don't know if we didn't talk about that last week.
No.
That's been since then. But the VYSOR, we're not going to have time to speak on that tonight. But yeah, but the thing is that the problem here is that not so much that, but what Chrome would do, applications as they're running, what they should do is say, how much memory is available, how much do I need, um, and if it's possible, we'll scale that back. And so all applications should be they should be conservative in the amount of memory that they're expecting to be allocated to the. And I'm sure I'm like really like butchering this explanation, but this is the way I kind of understand it. Your applications, um, if they don't need so much memory, they should give it back.
Right.
That sort of thing. And what Chrome would do was it was like how much is available. But it's kind of like it's like how much memory you got, or how much memory do you want? How much you got? I mean that's
Right.
what Chrome was doing. And so it was just looking around, and it's like it was just hogging it out, and all the other applications. They were just using what they needed or scaling back. Chrome was just pigging out at the buffet, and eventually, what was happening? It was just it was using way too much, or I mean, it had so much allocated to it. Like I said, I'm probably butchering this explanation, but that it was kind of wrecking the party for everybody else, and I understand that is the issue that's been resolved, and so that's why I had an older machine that it could run Chrome, I could do all these things, and all of a sudden, boom, there's an update. It's like, well, everything works fine except what Chrome. It just because the older machine didn't have enough RAM, and so that's what I'm thinking. It's been resolved. But I don't know. We'll test it. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
The bottom line is, if it works, it works. I don't need to understand it.
Yeah, he replied back to me and he goes, "Thanks for the reply. That clears it up. Seems like they are a bit sneaky run it even when Chrome hasn't been loaded though. Sounds like a good idea on each tab has its own process, so it doesn't close all of Chrome down like Explorer did." Yeah, I mean, I sent them to a link that explained it better than I would, but.
I don't mind certain things running the background services or things that auto start, because that's what happens. I mean, when you look at your Android operating system, there's all kinds of stuff that are like that. I don't know, auto start. I mean, they're running. You haven't opened it, but they're running, and they're just kind of like, I don't know. I imagine it's like maintenance. They're just sitting there. They're kind of like getting ready, so that if you hit the button. I mean, obviously, it's a far different device, hardware, but I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a big deal. Chrome is a thing I want installed, and if I click it, and if it could be better.
Look at all of them run. Look, I got my task manager open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a lot.
You're probably infected.
Infected. That's a virus.
No, I got
It's called the Google virus.
Why is your Chrome spelled with a K?
Yeah. Oh my.
Hey, Mark, I know you fail, man. You got much time left, buddy, or?
No, actually, that's just about it for tonight. I have got some links,
good.
but we'll have to bring those next time. So it was good. I'm actually
Thank you for
I'm bringing a
also.
I'm bringing a contractor in, and we're gonna look at how to wire my house a little more efficiently. So we're not get rid of the power, Ethernet over power, and some of the repeaters, and go straight hard line.
Good deal.
Mainline it.
Ask him. Say, you ever have? Say, don't you hate them drywallers? They'll just drywall right over your wires, and he'll tell you a funny story. He'll be like, "Wow, how did you find that wire?" He'll tell you all about it, and there you go.
Then there we go, and then I can just use his tools. Well,
You didn't have to pay him. Yeah.
Yeah. So I did want to quickly thank. I'll read it next week, but Lance replied back to our "Hey, come out and find us some Kali Linux stuff" request last week. So that's really good. So we're hopefully, Lance, if you're listening, I'm going to get a hold of you, and we're going to set up a time and see if you would be interested in coming on the show and just talking about your experience with Kali. Sounds like he's been using it for a long time, and he does security. He actually has a BS degree in information system security. So
nice. Oh, very nice.
He can teach us how to hack.
Ethically.
Ethically hack.
Yeah.
I want to be Mr. Robot. All right.
Well, I don't know about that after you watch the next 4 episodes, but go ahead.
I know I'm behind. I got it. That's my goal this week. That's what they should do. There it is. Labor Day. It's for watching Mr. Robot. All right. So, Mitch, if people want to get a hold of us, what's the best way they can do that?
Send us your emails at geeksters@podnuts.com and send us a voicemail at 707-676-3688. We haven't had any in a while, so maybe I'll call.
Maybe you'll call. Hi, this is Mitch from the Geeksters. I'd like to leave a message for the Geeksters.
Yeah.
I'll call it up.
That'll be the most action I had in like 10 years. But go ahead.
Well, good. Tim just took our great show and just threw it in the gutter.
I'm the one that said it.
Yeah,
I know.
You know what? Most of the people don't make it to the end. I think they're usually sleeping or they've been.
I know.
Innocent humor.
Our listener in Australia, right? He has speeding ticket. I bet he never did hear the end of that.
Oh, that's right.
I don't think anybody's ever heard. They fall off to it. It's fine.
All right. Tim, if people want to get a hold of you, what's the best way they can do that?
I'm Tim Bauermeister on the G+.
I'm Martin Obando. I'm at Martin at obandocomputing.com. M Obando in the Google Plus and Obando Computing in the chat there, the IRC channel. Guys, thanks for coming and hanging out with us again for this. This week. Usually it's kind of different. We have shows up on different nights and stuff. But we're here. Yeah. Hey, I did want to say one more thing really quick. If you go to podnuts.com, all the way down, just to the left of that new computer business thing that we talked about earlier, hey, there's a place where you can support Podnuts. There's a $10, a $2, or a $5 per month donation and a one-time contribution. If you guys feel like you're getting something good from the Podnuts shows that we put on, from Geeksters, Linux for the Rest of Us, Android App Addicts. Oh, Jeff Hallish does, good grief, the Podnuts Daily Show, the Podnuts Show. If you guys are enjoying those and just want to throw the Podnuts company, the area here, just a little bit of money, one-time donation would be great. If not, that's awesome, and we love just having you guys as listeners, but it does take a little bit of finances to get some stuff going there. So we just wanted to thank all of our current and all of our future sponsors.
Absolutely.
So,
I see the Scion. The Scion XP. I hate these things.
That's for next week's show.
I'm joking.
Well, with that, Tim hates my car. That's the title of the episode.
Tim hates my car.
All right, guys. Have a great fiscal week, and don't forget to be gruntled. Bye-bye.
What was this, 168?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go because I got to do this. Right. Do this editing. All right. See you later, Tim. See you later.
We'll see you.
Bye, guys.
You never look better, Martin.
Oh, my.